Alright, Section 4, Inspection of the Locomotive. The General consult with the proper War Department technical manual furnished for each type of the locomotive with the detailed instructions on how to make the inspection outline in this manual. Detail the inspection mechanical check with the engine, lubricant with the oil, waste, fuel leaks. Check for the wheel with the flat spot. Check for the sander, bell, horn, and throttle. Check cooling fan, supercharger, bell. Check with the water pump with the packing. Check with the room box, oil necessary. Drain, sediment, water for the fuel, lubricating, oil filter, change engine with the cleanliness, change any unlisted mechanical item with the defects, air compressor, air brake equipment, check for the brakes and the piston, check for the check air compressor, main air reservoir, check with any of the unlisted classification for the defects, electrical, check with the batteries and know everything, the speed of the engine when starting, check with the battery charging equipment, check all the lights, check with any unlisted electrical item with the defect, 100-hour operation inspection, mechanical inspection underneath the equipment, the loose of the bolt, the defect of the broken part, of the missing part, examine the engine mounting for the loose end of the check with the coupling of the draft gear, drain accumulated water sediment from the fuel tank with the filters, lubricate the journal box and bearing joining box pedestals, lubricate clutch through without the collar, maintain oil level the fuel injection pump housing. Maintain oil level of the engine crankcase, check with the oil pressure, check with the dilution lubrication oil with the engine crankcase, inspect all of the drive belt for the proper adjustment with the condition, lubricate the radiator, fan shaft, bearing, remove rocker bolt, box cover, inspection, clean air cleaning elements with the inlet tube with the clean crankcase, breather, inspect all engine with the piping of leaks. Check also with the applying with the grab irons, the step handrails. Check with the engine speed, idle with the full throttle with noting unusual noise and bounding and determine the call with the reported condition, the proper authority. B. Air compressor and air brake equipment to drain water for the main air reservoir. Test the air equipment, the air brake operation. Maintain oil level, the air compressor crankcase. Renew warm brake shoes, adjust brake travel. The electrical, inspect with the generator and traction motor. Clean with the dry air. Check with the batteries and correct with water level. The specific gravity, loose corroded connection. Checking charging rate. Maintain motor axle bearing. Oil level to check operation contactor, interlocker controls. Check load meters for the engine power bands. 400-hour operation inspection in addition to the 100-hour inspection. Mechanical clean, renew fuel filter elements, drain with the check with the renew lubricating oil filter elements, check transmission adder lubricant required, change oil in the fuel injection housing, inspect traction motor gears and maintain lubrication, lubricating traction motor generator, blower fan bearings, check valve clearance, examine the valve spring with the valve rocker arms, clean with the test fuel injection valve with the move with the make, visual inspection with the crankcase, warm with the bearing, loose connecting rod bolts, clean crankcase, breather, screen, clean check with the oil, crankcase, ledge dilution, to constantly change oil when necessary, remove the clean, lubricate with the plate, drive sprocket, change drain cooling, shift the refilling clean water, and add specified water treatment to compound, do not drain with the antifreeze for the cooling system, air compressor, air brake equipment chain, air compressor for the crankcase, oil with the chain, air compressor, and the air intake filter, check operation compressor, governor, under load valve, electrical lubricating traction motor, all generator, armature bearing, lubricating, clean battery component, wash for the check and start with the motor generator, clean the dry air with the clean lubricating reservoir, check with the operation magnet valve with the clean, check with the clean the contactor, interlocking tip with the renewed defect with the tips, correct gap with the spring tension, check electrical connection, test control circuit, the check with the adjust lubricated throttle, control engine idle speed. 182, 4,800-hour inspection in addition to the previous inspection require mechanical repack journal backs, examine the journal brasses, change oil and roller bearing journal box, repack motor axle bearings, drain, cool oil, drain and clean out traction motor gear cases, refill with the specified lubricant, lubricating trucks, center bearings, the clean carbon reface grind valve, check linear wear, check piston rings, rims, spins, move, examine the main bearings and connection rod bearings, main general inspection, clean interior of the engine, air compressor, air brake equipment, clean lubricate, air brake equipment, clean carbon compressor valve with electrical, clean inspection, repair electrical equipment, inspect lubricating operation, condition cylinder, piston leather. 183 general repairs, 100,000 miles of service. The locomotive should receive an overhaul, including replacement heavy repairs of the diesel engines, replacement heavy repairs to the generators, traction motors, steam generators, gear train, air compressor, cooling system, pneumatic, electrical equipment, and heavy repairs to the body of the trucks. Section 5, locomotives out of service.